Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel. Before we get into the reading, I just want to say thank you. We have experienced so much growth over the last week, and it couldn't have been done without you. For all of the new and returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here and for supporting the channel. Now, today's video, let's back up just a little bit. I'm Kat Star, and I'm here with your general reading for the week of July 5th through July 11th. Thank you so much for liking and sharing the videos. It does help others who might not be able to see these messages be able to see them. And as always, this is a general reading and may not resonate for everybody. So take what is for you and leave what isn't. We're going to do the reading a little bit different today. We're going to check in and see what is being released, what is coming in, and some advice. And then we're going to go ahead and close the reading with our weekly affirmation, the weekly lesson, and where we can most benefit from focusing our energy this week. So let's go ahead and start it with an overall energies for the reading. Oh my, no, too many. Let's see, what does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to see? What needs to be revealed through me for the overall energies for this week? What does Aquarius need to know? And we got the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. What a beautiful energy. This energy is all about releasing, shifting perspective. You know, sometimes there's a feeling of lack of direction, a feeling of uncertainty. And so that is what the overall energy for this week is. So some of you may be feeling a little bit of lack of direction, a little bit of uncertainty with life as it is right now, or maybe where you're going, and that's okay. We get to actually have those moments that bring clarity through them. All right, let's see what we are releasing, and it looks like there's a potential that what is being released is actually that feeling of uncertainty, right? Maybe a shift in perspective for some of you. All right, let's see what is being released. What is being released this week for Aquarius? We've got generosity, receiving, and withholding. So some of you may be releasing this idea that being generous is not beneficial, that you don't receive back what you give out, and that just isn't true. Though there are times where we feel like that is actually what is true. So the lady of the gift, so we're releasing this idea that gifting or being able to give is not something that we're able to do. Sometimes we feel like when we are maybe, or when you are maybe at a low point, it feels like there's nothing for us to give. Yet there is always something that we can give. We can give a smile. We can give a laugh. We can put jokes out there. There's so many things that we can do. So generosity, receiving, and withholding. So we're releasing this idea, or Aquarius, you're releasing this idea this week that you don't have anything to give, because you definitely do. You can be generous with your time. You can be generous with your love. You can be generous with your smiles, right? There's so many ways to be generous and to give gifts that sometimes we overlook and we don't think about. But this week, Aquarius, you or many of you are releasing this idea and coming into a better understanding, right? Changing your perspective with the Hangman to more of an open idea that there is so much to give. And with giving comes receiving, right? And that we don't need to withhold. We don't need to feel like uncertainty. We just need to release. That's what this is all about. Release those ideas and know that there's always something that we can give to help or support other people, and that we do receive back in kind. And the next one we got, the Fire Prince, optimism, aggression. So some of you may be feeling a bit of aggression, a bit of anger. So we're going to be releasing that, or Aquarius, you're going to be releasing that. Maybe it's bitterness. Maybe it is that feeling of lack of direction, or it's uncertainty, or maybe you're feeling like there's a sacrifice that you're making and it's making you upset and uncomfortable. That is going to be being released this week. And we're going to step into more optimism with the Fire Prince, right? Releasing that fiery, angry energy, right? Not a passion, but a fiery, angry, or bitter, or hostile sort of energy that might be being held. That's going to be released this week, and we're going to step into more optimism for life and for what is going on around us. And then we've also got the High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, and consideration. So with all that's been going on in the world, some of us have become a little bit harder. And Aquarius, you are not any different. We all go through cycles. We all go through patterns. And so this week, you're being guided to release some of that hardness and to step back into kindness, to consideration, to compassion, right? And love, the High Lady of Love and Compassion, to step back into your heart space, to release any kind of hardness, any kind of, again, anger or aggression, and to come back into love and compassion, kindness for yourself and others. The world is again changing as things are opening up, and it's time to let that go, release that, and shift the perspective around that. This is such a beautiful reading for you, Aquarius. All right, let's go ahead and see what is coming in. What is coming in for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to see? What needs to be revealed through me? What does Aquarius need to know? What is coming in this week? What is coming in for Aquarius? All right, and doesn't want to come up. Meditation and contemplation, which works so well with this first row of what's being released, of course, and with the Hangman energy, and that is the new moon in Pisces, as we get to, or you, Aquarius, get to shift your perspective. You get to come into a deeper understanding of yourself, of the world around you, and of what is being released and what you specifically are calling in, going inward and, checking in with yourself. If you're feeling that lack of direction, if you're feeling a bit of martyrdom, if you're feeling like you're sacrificing a bit through all of this first column that needs to be released, it's time to meditate and to contemplate. Go back within and check in with yourself, and you're going to find that clarity. You're going to find that shift in perspective, in paradigm, that is going to not only assist you in releasing this first column, but it's also going to bring you clarity and bring you that release that needs to come in for many of you. All right, what else does Aquarius need to know? And here we go. Right on. It's just reaffirming. This is what's coming in. It's just reaffirming our first row there. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio, and it just reaffirms everything we have already spoken about. It reaffirms all that we have just talked about releasing, and the contemplating meditation, the Hanged Man, lack of direction potentially, the uncertainty, the shift in perspective. It's time to release the negativity, anything that's been being held on to, anything that has not been benefiting you. It is time this week to go ahead and let that all go, Aquarius. And what a beautiful release that is when that happens. And you guys are on track this week to release all that has been holding you back, or much of what has been holding you back. That's too many. Much of what has been holding you back, to continue moving forward, to continue into a deeper understanding, not only of yourself, but of those around you, and to step into a higher level of yourself with the knowledge and the learnings that you have gained. And this release will bring about that shift in perspective, that shift in the paradigm, and the understanding, the clarity of where you're going and what it is you're actually stepping into and wanting to step into. All right, what else is coming in? And we can expect powerful change. Of course we can. When we do the work, the powerful change happens. It comes in. Sometimes it feels like that powerful change is taking forever, and we don't tend to always see just how much transition, metamorphosis, change, shifting that we have done until it's like, bam, right in the face. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I reacted, or I'm so happy I reacted that way to that situation. That's not something that potentially I would have done in the past. My perspective is so different. Sometimes it feels like I'm saying things, or things are coming out of my mouth, and I almost don't recognize myself, and it's so beautiful, and I love that, right, Aquarius? That's where the powerful change comes in, the new moon eclipse. Powerful change comes in, and we don't always, this is such a beautiful card, just a side note there. We don't always notice it as it's happening, and then there are times where we're like, wow, did I really just say that? Was that me? I have these moments all the time where I'm like, whoa, that was so out of my past character, and I can see how much I'm learning and I'm growing, and I love that so much, Aquarius. And that's what you're going to be experiencing and seeing, many of you, this week. What beautiful energy, that powerful. Expect that powerful change, because it's coming as you release, as you let go of the aggression, the idea that you don't have anything to give, any gifts to give, any generosity to give, the idea of the hardness, and as you go inward and you contemplate and you shift your perspective and you release, let go of any uncertainty, and ask. If you're feeling like you have a lack of direction, ask yourself, ask Spirit, ask your higher power, what is it that I need to, that's too many, what is it that I need to learn? What direction is it that I need to take that will assist me in getting my direction, getting purpose, getting understanding, releasing, all of that good stuff. So now your advice is to tune into what you're resisting, because what you're resisting is persisting. So if you are resisting anything, if you are resisting releasing the negativity, or the idea that you don't have anything to give, any kind of anger, that sort of thing, that's what is showing up more so in your life, and it's what you're calling in. So that's what you're noticing, no matter what, for the most part, because you're resisting releasing that. And your advice is to release. It's time to release the negativity. What you are resisting is persisting. So the advice there, Aquarius, is to let it go. It's time to release. It's time to let go. What other advice? Oh, so many cards. I do apologize. This little deck is obviously very rambunctious. It wants to give you all the information, Aquarius. What other advice does Aquarius need? It says, notice your dreams. They have messages for you. So if you've been having some dreams coming through, Aquarius, it's time to notice those and notice the messages that they have for you. My screen is getting a little bit dark. See if I can brighten that up. It's time to notice your dreams. Keep a dream journal by your bed. And whenever you wake up and have a memory of the dream, whether it's during the night, whether it's first thing in the morning, write that down. There are messages for you. So your advice as far as that goes is to keep a dream journal. Write down what you are dreaming about and notice, pay attention to any kind of messages that you feel from potentially the words, the images, the people, or lack of people, right, in the dreams. It all has information for you to bring in clarity and to bring in the release and to bring in contemplation where you can go a little bit deeper as far as going within yourself. And then the last one is for advice is, what have you put on the back burner? So it's time to look at anything that you may have put on the back burner, Aquarius, whether it's recently or for a long time, and bring that back up to the forefront. It's time to really, really let go of anything that you've been holding on to and bring back the passion from something that you have maybe left as something that isn't something for you at this time, or maybe something that you have almost even given up on. It's time to bring that back. Take it off that back burner, bring it back, and reignite that passion that you felt. What a beautiful reading, Aquarius. I love this reading for you. Let's go ahead and get the mantra for, the affirmation, your affirmation for the week. What is Aquarius's affirmation for the week? What, again, we have this, the energies are really, really wanting to give you a lot of information this week, Aquarius. I love that. I love that the energies are always here and showing up for you. All right, let's see what your affirmation for the week is all around empathy. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. How beautifully does that fit in with this whole reading, Aquarius? I love that that is your affirmation for this week. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. I'm releasing the negativity, any anger, any aggression. I'm holding on to optimism. I'm knowing that I do have a lot to give and that I can always give generously, and I can be softer. And within that softness, I do find empathy, not only for others, but also for myself, as I don't have to hold such high expectations. So again, Aquarius, your affirmation for this week that you can repeat over and over, either internally or externally, whatever works the best for you, is I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. That will guide you, that will support you, that will help you in not holding on to that negativity and being opening up, and also releasing anything that you've been holding that doesn't hold empathy. All right, let's see what the lesson for the week is for Aquarius. What is the lesson for this week for Aquarius for the time frame that I have specified? What is the lesson? I'm actually going to flip these over. For Aquarius for the time frame that has been specified. What is the lesson that Aquarius needs to know for the time frame specified? And the green one wants to come out, but it's holding on. All right, here we go. We got, or you got, Aquarius, appreciate everything. Appreciate everything, of course. And this says today's lesson on, or this week's lesson as we do it, on this day, affirm. So you have a second affirmation. My life is perfect. Appreciate everything and everyone in your life without doubt or expectations. Isn't that beautiful? It goes right in with the whole reading, and it is reminding you not to hold on to the anger and all of that, to release our first row of releasing and what is coming in. My life is perfect. Your goal or your mission, if you should choose to accept it, is to learn that the way to set change in motion is to bless and feel grateful for even the most difficult parts of your life. Amen, Aquarius. Amen. We have to have challenges. We have to have things that we get to grow and learn from. And this is a beautiful, beautiful lesson for the week. Again, I'll read this again. Affirm, my life is perfect. Appreciate everything and everyone in your life without doubt or expectations. Hold that faith, Aquarius. Yes, of course. Your goal to learn that the way to set change in motion is to bless and feel grateful for even the most difficult parts of your life. How beautiful. I just love how the energies always play together. So I'm going to hold that a little bit close there. Hopefully you will be able to take a screenshot if you choose to, so that you can partake in that lesson for this week. All right, and let's go ahead and see what energy, so is the one that came out, what energy would be most beneficial for us to focus on or pay attention to this week, or where we can place our energy, and that is on reflection. Yes, of course. We got the meditate and contemplate card right here. We've got what you're resisting is persisting. We've got the dreams, right? Notice your dreams. They have messages for you. What have you put on the back burner? Reflect on all of the things. Reflect on where you're holding that potential anger and the release. And where you might be feeling a little bit of uncertainty or lack in direction. Reflect on all of that and open yourself up and be willing to see that, and be willing to see both sides, and know and realize and affirm over and above our weekly affirmation that my life is perfect. My life is perfect, and it continues or will continue to show up that way for you, although there will be challenges, and that's just part of life, Aquarius. So your focus, your most beneficial focus of your energy is reflecting, and that is actually reflected throughout this whole entire reading. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there. I do intend that this resonated with you and for you, and if it did, again, please do go ahead and hit that like button and share this video. It does help others who might not be able to see it otherwise be able to see it, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings, which is every single week. I do wish you hope, joy, and love on all of your current and future endeavors, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.